Alright, what do we got here? I don't. Okay. I'm a little confused here by, like, what's essentially being said here with this, like, image. Like, what the fuck is this? I've been seeing, like, a similar image of, like, this, like, what, like, running around of, like, this, like, fat person with, like, a fucking carry-on luggage that's being put into check-in, and the person's like happy about that. But like, there's the skinny person with the fucking carry-on luggage that's like 1 pound too over, and this dude's having like a schizo meltdown. And I don't understand like what is this like supposed to mean? Like, we rarely talk about the extent to which we're forced to subsidize fat people across so many levels of society. Like, what are we saying here, right? Like, what's being said here? Like, if we're talking like, let's just tackle the analogy to begin with. So, the idea here is that, like, the problem is the fat person, I guess, like, sitting in like the economy for a fucking plane or some shit. But it's bad for the skinny person because, like, her bag is like slightly like too over. Okay, like, I don't know if you know anything about planes, but you can only put a certain like amount of luggage of weight in there. If you're like a pound over, you just have to pay for the extra pound. That's how it works. So you pay to put your fucking check in fucking luggage to get it checked in order to get it put on the appropriate plane and shit, right? If it's too heavy, you get charged. Are we trying to like make the same argument for people? They've already paid for the plane ticket. I don't understand like what's being said here. This is very strange. There's like a limited amount of space that you can have in a plane when you put like luggage into the cargo compartment of a plane. I think that's like mostly what I'm confused here. Like, what the fuck is this? Baggage handlers don't pick up passengers. Like, literally, like this fucking one dude says right here. They don't pick up the passengers and put them in the cargo bay of a plane. But we're trying to like sort of make this about an argument of like subsidizing fat people. It's not. You don't put the fat person in the cargo bay of the plane. This is very strange. But I mean, broadly speaking, like, a lot of the conniptions that like people have with like fat people, because let's be honest here, part of it is like, is it unhealthy to be overweight? Broadly speaking, yes, you shouldn't be obese. But sometimes, like, if we're talking about like people who live in food deserts and oftentimes don't have any other options to eat besides like unhealthy fast food, because this is also a socioeconomic problem, or like can't get like anything else besides like cheap, really bad food, they're going to become fat as a consequence. Like, that's just kind of just how it is, as is right now. So, like, with this person, immediate question: would you be for the decommodification of all sources of food? Companies are not allowed to sell any foodstuffs for profit. Whether it be like agricultural stuff, meat products, um, baked goods, whatever. So then, because if you say remove the profit motive from the production of food, guess what? Now you have the option to be able to eat healthier. Because broadly speaking, it is quite expensive to eat healthy. And if you say live in a food desert, which, exists in the United States for some fucking reason, you don't really have the option or the choice to be able to get healthy food. Like, you just can't. Right? So again, I'm trying to think, like, what subsidies are there for fat people? What is there for fat people? The fat people subsidy. Like, do they get like free gym subscriptions to incentivize them to go to the gym to work out or something? Is it something within Snap? Is it something within like other assisted fucking programs? What does this mean? I don't even understand, really, honestly. Like, there is none. Is there like programs to like allow people to be able to have access to like better food or something? From what I understand, like, that which is like being provided by SNAP and other assisted food programs are rather fucking limited. I mean, some people are fat because they want to just eat like bad food and make like poor decisions in terms of their food intake. But for a lot of like broader sort of socioeconomic reasons, a lot of people tend to be fat because they don't have like better options besides like fast food, or they work so much that they can't, like, they don't have time to cook. You want to have like a healthy fucking life. Well, guess what? Maybe, just maybe, wages should go up so then people don't have to work like 3, 4 jobs in order to be able to just like get by. But like fat people are getting subsidies. This is extremely fucking strange to me. This seems rather ridiculous. And also like this, just like the fucking premise of this is like also stupid. Like literally baggage handlers don't handle people. They handle luggage, and they have certain limits, so then those people who are handling the luggage don't get hurt. For example, it's for like space purposes on the cargo bay of a plane as well that handles all the fucking luggage. Like again, like what are we saying here? Like, should people like be able to like live in an environment where they can more easily lose weight? Yeah, I can agree with that. We don't fucking live in that environment, right? There's a lot of people who are, broadly speaking, quite impoverished. So like, if you want people to be able to start losing weight, which is why I assume what is being said here, we want them to start losing weight, then you should incentivize particular behaviors or programs to make it such that they can lose weight. Because generally speaking, a lot of people are not fat by choice. They are fat because they don't have really much of an option, because they don't have time to go exercise and take care of themselves. Also, here's another fucking thing that significantly contributes to the obesity problem within the United States, and broadly speaking, why a lot of European countries don't have as big of a problem with this, for example. It's because, like, of car infrastructure. Suburbanization and car infrastructure make it such that you have to sit in a car to commute for like 2, 3, even up to 4 hours a day, depending on traffic, depending on where you work, yada, yada, yada. Commutes can take a very long time. That's a lot of time out of your day that you have to spend in a car getting from home to work or from work to home. You get rid of that problem by not having as many cars on the road and incentivizing people to take other forms of transportation like biking, like trains, like busing, or walking with like mixed use zoning. Then this becomes less of a fucking problem. So it's not like as simple as just like, oh, fat people are getting fucking subsidized. No, that's fucking stupid. The problem is the fact that we currently live in a fucking society that, instead of, you know, addressing the broader societal needs of having to sort of take care of like you know, food waste, or you know, not having to prioritize profits on the creation of food, also the infrastructure of most, you know, broader like white Western like societies or whatever the fuck, mostly like North America is what I'm going to be saying here, like in Canada and with the US, although it's probably a bigger problem in the US. You're not incentivizing like people to want to go out and like bike with like poor infrastructure, with mostly car centric like infrastructure and stuff like that. People aren't going to bike. They're not going to take the bus. They're going to take their car, because that's just what's available. That's the only option that people have been presented. If people have been given the option to want to bike or not take the car, they can do that. And also food deserts, because that's a fucking thing. Sometimes all you can do is afford like cheap foodstuffs because you're just working too much and you don't have enough time to cook. So you have to take like cheap food that's already pre-made. Like, this is like essentially like trying to like push the sort of like personal responsibility sort of idea onto like, I don't know, people who are generally speaking the byproducts of well, poor urban planning and like generally like poor legislation. So like, not only does this like fucking analogy make like no sense, it's very stupid, because like, again, luggage handlers handle the luggage, they don't handle the people. That's dumb. And it's not about like how big of a size a particular person is when they go into a fucking plane. The plane will just carry them anyways. So like I don't know. This is just very stupid. I'll be quite honest here. This is really really dumb.